Okay, cool. Awesome. So we are going to keep going. I'll admit people as they come, but I've also said to people that our Zoom tonight is 100% optional, because we're going to always record these, add them to our trainings. Once we make our trainings go live, everyone can find everything there and access it at any time. And yeah, let me admit a few more people. Awesome. So tonight we've got a cool lineup. My mum, Po22, she's going to share her story of how and what she does to grow this business alongside what she is doing. And she's also going to share a little bit of her journey. And when she sits down, she's also going to share about mindset. It's all right, Mum. And then after that, what I'm going to do is just go over how to set up how to set up a custodian account, which link to use, and whether it's a members only link or an affiliate link, just so that you know the difference. And for a lot of us out there that are can get confused, like how to set up a custodian account and how it works, I'll just go over that and make it basic and simple and clear. So yeah, just wanted to welcome everyone in the house. So Lisa, who's just recently joined us. Oh, Auntie Lisa, my Auntie Lisa. Hello, Auntie. Yes, so just wanted to welcome everybody here. So I'm going to hand it over to my mum, Helen Po22. Mum, you're going to share with us a little bit of mindset, a little bit about yourself, but also how you're working this business and your journey. So I'm going to hand it over to you now.
Kia ora whānau. Yeah, my name is Helen. I'm the mother of Vicky and Ariane, and I've got a son as well. For moko, my kōrero, I'm going to talk to you about mindset. So I think one of the things that we don't realise is that when we do certain things, we come into it with a mindset of either a positive mindset or a negative mindset. And for instance, if you have had an upbringing where you are put down all the time, or, called haututu and useless and all of that, when you come into a business like this and your whānau, who are supposed to be your main cheerleaders, will usually say, oh, there they go again, trying new things again. I want you to just push past the fact that the voices from our past can impact how we think about ourselves and the things we do, and can be quite negative. So I want to encourage you to leave behind all the people who aren't for you. Even if it's your uncle, your brother, your best mate, if they're not for you in the business and they are negative, then when you're with them, don't talk about the business. Make them come to you. Protect your business. And again, I saw somebody on TikTok go, swipe next. So you're always moving forward, and don't surround yourself with negative people, because they'll pull you down. But if you surround yourself with positive people, like on the different pages on Messenger, there are some of the groups there are so encouraging that you want to be a part of it. But yeah, don't get mixed up with negative stuff in your business. Negative people, if you don't want to work with them, don't share the business with them. That's my kōrero. If I don't want to work with somebody, even though they're eager, I'd prefer them to go into somebody else's line, because they're naysayers and they can pull you down. You want people who are energetic to be in your team. About myself, my mahi is I work with people all day, 5 days a week. So mindset is something that I speak to my clients about. And I talk to them about the stuff we learn about ourselves from a baby into adulthood, and we learn all that stuff from the age of day dot to about seven years old, and we already have a set mindset about a lot of things. But we can rewrite that. We can change that. So I just want to encourage all of us to stay positive, surround ourselves with people who are for us. And one of the things that I learned when I was came into the business, people were saying I was being encouraged to go on TikTok, and I went, hell no. And then I watched this woman from, I think she's from Whitehall, encouraging people, get over yourself, get rid of that mindset about I can't do this and I can't do that and I'm too old for this and too old for that. Well, that's a lot of bullshit, because I'm not too old to learn new things. And that's a mindset as well. People say, oh, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, yeah, you can. So I busted out and went on TikTok. I was really nervous, got a lot of views, got some interest, and then went to work and realized that me being on TikTok is actually not a good thing for my job, let alone my clients. So I had to pull myself off TikTok. That didn't deter me from what I wanted to do. So what I ended up doing was saying to Annie and Vicky, well, I can't do TikTok, so I'm going to do it old school. So that's how I share this business. I'm very selective on who I share it with. And so far, I haven't had any negative conversations. I find the face-to-face stuff works for me. I might not encounter as many people as I would maybe via TikTok, but I have a specific age group that I'm trying to engage, which is over 60s. Part of my mahi outside of work is I coach over 60s women for Wakaama, and with that, there's about 40 over 60s males and females in the club I paddle for. So I've just got to find a way to get in there, which I'm working on one person at a time. One of the girls has joined. She's just going to sit, and I said, that's fine, just get in there. So going old school for me is working. So I want to encourage those of us in the older age group that, if we're not good at TikTok and you are able to do TikTok, do it. I have to look after my clients, so I had to pull myself off TikTok. But I want to encourage you, if you can, go for it, and all the other platforms that are there. I think that's enough from me.
Awesome. No, not yet. I've got some questions for you, Mum.
Okay.
So when you realised that you couldn't jump on TikTok, because me and Ari were saying to you, Mum, I actually said to you, Mum, if I have to get on TikTok, you have to too.
That's right.
And then I remember when you jumped on TikTok at the same time that I did, because we both started our accounts. Remember, Mum, I called you. So I actually called my mum and I talked to her, because I'm in Brisbane. My mum was in, where were you? You were in Auckland, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I called her and I did a face chat with her, and I walked her through how to set up her account. So she did it on her phone under my guidance. But I remember when we both posted at the same time, you got more views than me. And I was
That's
like,
right, I did.
Mum, you're nearly at 100 and something views. I haven't even hit 50 yet. So straight away it was just, really cool, Mum? And then after you got your first one out there, that gave you the confidence to make another TikTok. And then I was like, oh, well, look at my mum. She's way outside of her comfort zone. If she can do it, then I'm going to jump on there and do it. And I think, just to tap onto that, Mum, I think once you find your own way of doing stuff and it works for you, then you go with that. And I
Yeah.
think that's the biggest thing that I learned from watching you do this. So when you knew that you couldn't do TikTok, how did you, like, what are two tips that you had, or any script ideas, or I don't know, Mum, like, what are some pointers that you have? Because I've never been confident face to face. What's something that has worked for you?
So one of the things I says to one of my mates who's retired, I went, "You bored yet?" She goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Are you bored yet?" And the word I won't repeat what she says, but the answer was yes. I says, "Take a look at this," and I sat down with her. I sat down with her and shared the business. She goes, "I'm in." That was it. But I'm just going to sit there and work when I'm ready. I said, "That's fine too." So getting her in and got her space. Um, she didn't do a thing for 3 weeks. That's okay. I says to her, "Hey, just sit there for now. And when I'm ready to shake her up, then we'll do it together." But just knowing the people you're going to talk to. For me, I'm hitting up the people that I know first, whether it's with the product or with the business.
That's
And
cool.
specifically going after those who I know are interested in making money on the side.
Okay, so even before you approach people, you're still being specific about who you want to
Who
go
I
for.
want
Because
to, yeah,
I know in the past, when it comes to network marketing, there's this stigma around it
yeah,
where there's like a fear that people have that, or when you get into network marketing, because what I loved about the $10 subscription club is it didn't come off to me as traditional network marketing where you're taking your business and you're going to like Bible bash people with your business and say, hey, get into my
yeah,
business,
yeah,
become a customer for me. I think for myself, that's what the stigma that I've always been
yeah,
affected by when it came to network marketing. So yeah, I just wanted to, I liked how you shared that with you. You were just relational and kept
yeah,
things as normal as possible without coming across salesy.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
like coming across salesy. Um, However, you are pitching, whether I like it or not, but it's using the right language with a particular person. So with a
Yeah.
retiree, it's, "You bored yet?" They go, "What? Are you bored yet?" And they go, "Why?" Then I'm in.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
liked how you said we are pitching, but it's how you do it.
yeah,
And I just want to also tap onto that is we can pitch to people. And sometimes when you think pitching, oh, but I'm not a salesperson, you can do it in a way where if you see in their life or a struggle that they have or a
yeah,
pain point that they
yeah,
have, you can then look at the business and see what value in the business can I see that could match their pain point. So
yeah,
that's also because I know some of us struggle with, "Oh, I don't know what to say." I'm always listening. I think this is a tip to take away today is listen. Put your ears on first
mm,
before you start speaking. Listen to what those around you, what their struggles are. Listen, and then also gauge, have self-awareness about what your relationship is with them. Because if you feel like you don't have the space to give that value of what you have to offer, then have a purpose now to relate with them in a way so you can build that trust. And then when the opportunity comes and you'll know,
yeah.
then you can share, which
You'll
is
hear
what
it, eh?
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
hear it. I mean, I had a person that I thought, yeah, would be really interested in this. I never even got to share it, and I changed my mind because she had this, "Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, no," real downer ahua about her. And I went, "Oh, I got that one wrong." So I didn't even share it with her because just from the outset of sitting down with her, she was so negative, and yeah, negative about the world and about herself. And that's not the type of person you want to be working with. So I just thought, next, to myself. That's the hui I had in my head. Next.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm.
Well, thank you, Mum, for sharing that. Really appreciate your words of wisdom. And I think the biggest thing that I take away from what you've spoken about tonight, and I know everyone else will, and please feel free, guys, to unmute yourself and comment if there's something that you want to share, just unmute yourself and start talking, and then I'll be quiet. Otherwise, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move on to another component. At the end, I'll also give us about 5 minutes to answer any questions about anything really, even about the back office, those sorts of questions. But what I'm going to do, and I don't mean to cut you off, Mum, but thank you so much. That was awesome. And I hope everyone got value from that. I'm going to actually switch our attention, just change it up because we're halfway through our time. And I am going to, if everyone could, I'm going to share screen and I'm going to show you guys how to, because I know that there have been a few questions asking about how do I set up a custodian account. So I'm actually going to walk us through tonight, and because we're recording this, and how to do that. Okay, guys, so I am going to share screen right now, and we will, I think, we will go through that process just quickly, and then at the end I'll have some Q&A time, and if everyone can let me know if they can see the screen, just nod.
Yep.
Perfect. Yep. Awesome. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to move the gallery up there. So you'll be able to see my screen at the moment. So for those of you that are interested in signing up custodian accounts for your mokos, for your children, or anyone else that you know that is under the 18, it is perfectly legal to do that. But there's a specific process on how. So first of all, you will need to log into your back office. Now we do have a back office video that we posted a while back. I'll put the link there again, and it's also going to be in our training when we open that up tomorrow. That goes through in more depth how to navigate your back office so you can find all your links. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to log in, fill out all your credentials, and then open up your back office. Now, straight away, when it comes to your back office, as soon as you log in, you're in your home page. Everything is actually here, right here. You don't need to click on anything yet. All you need to do is scroll down, okay? So scroll down, you're going to find 3 websites. These ones here. There's a website under corporate site, one under retail site, one under power landing page. The retail one, don't worry about that. That's for just people that want to look at the products. Most of the time we won't use it, but it's there if you want. Now, if you want to set up a custodian account, you come to this link over here. Now, this is for the custodian accounts where you just want to be paying either the membership or the yearly membership. So you don't want to make them affiliates. You just want to set them up to be a member, because by setting them up to be a member, it is going to lock them into the matrix. Now, if there's anything I say wrong, Andre or Ari, let me know. And then I will have to re-edit another video I did if that's it. But just let me know. So that's what you do, whānau. You click on this, and then I'm actually going to give an example of what it looks like, but that one there. Now, if you're like, you know what, I want to set up a custodian account, but I want them to start earning straight away, then you scroll down to this one here. Now, this is your livegoodtour.com affiliate link. So anyone that you know that is interested in joining the business, a lot of you in here already know, but you send them this link. And a clue to know the difference is it will say livegoodtour.com. And it's even like for me, I say to people, if you want to tour the company or you want to tour the business opportunity, then this is the link that I'm going to send them to. So just have that in the back of your mind so that you know the difference. And you want to send the wrong link, okay? I mean, even if you sent this link, it doesn't matter because they can also upgrade later on, all right? So I'm going to log out of this. First of all, though, I'm going to copy that link address, and then I'm going to log out. And then I'm going to open up a new tab. Okay. And then paste that in there, and then it should come up. Okay, cool. So there's my website. That's what it looks like. So what you want to do is you want to scroll across this tab here, become a member, click on that. Now make a decision. Do you want to pay the $9.95 per month, $9.95 USD, it's about $18 NZ, $17 AU, or do you want to pay the yearly membership? Now, if you pay the yearly membership, they get 2 months free, so there's a bit of a discount incentive if you do that. Most people that I know can afford $9.95 or $17 a month. So they'll go for this one here. So I'm going to go add to cart. This will come checkout. So where you see my products, you can see the monthly membership is there. It's going to have an order summary. That all looks good. And then you want to check out. It'll bring you to this page. Now, when I first did this, what came up was a pop-up that said you forgot to order or put an order through. That's just the company's way of saying, hey, you forgot to add products. Just click on the cross to close that pop-up, and it'll just have this in front of you. So again, it'll say in the cart, your monthly membership is there, $9.95. Make sure you check your order summary so there's nothing there that catches you by surprise. Then check out. I know a lot of this is self-explanatory, but it's just good to have a basic walkthrough anyway. So it will say, congratulations, let's complete your order. Now, I'll just note a few important things for when you are creating a custodian account. For your first name, put your name and your surname, your legal first and last name. And write your legal first and last name so that when you're eventually, these accounts are going to start to earn money and you're going to have to set up your e-wallet, which we'll do a video for later. You want to just make it easier for yourself and have your legal name there. That's just my tip. You guys can correct me though, Ari or Andre, but that's what I think. Now, the other thing you must have for any custodian account or any account that you're going to take full ownership for, you must have a different email. You can't use the same email as before. And the other thing you have to have is a different credit card. So whether you have to call the bank for another one or find an alternative credit card that you can use, you must have a new credit card. Okay, now the number, I think I just used my mobile number for my other one. So yeah, I think that one's pretty straightforward. Now, to keep an account of the name, this is where you put your username. So if you've got 2 children or 2 more calls that you want to sign up as and you be the custodian for them, you just pop their name there or their nickname or a name that helps you to identify who the account is for. And then everything else is self-explanatory. You make a password, confirm your password, country, full name, your full name, and your address and all of that. So that means that that membership account is now set up. And yeah, that's all good to go. So you press continue. Now, obviously, when I press continue, it's going to show all the errors. Now, I'm just going to use this as an example. When there's no errors, the credit card details will come up. You fill that out, and then everything just works, and you'll get the email afterwards saying that it's all gone through, just like what we've all experienced already. But I did have a member that I signed up and she was having problems. Something was happening with her username. It just wasn't allowing it to go through. So if that happens, just keep going until these all disappear. That's what I just think. Keep submitting until you get the all clear and go through, because she nearly didn't join because of that. So just, be a bit patient. See, when you're not used to doing these types of things, like we are putting ourselves out there telling people that this is easy. It is, but you still have to have the patience to go through this admin side. And for some people that are not on computers all the time, it can be quite challenging. So just be patient and just teach your people that these types of things, you'll get used to it. It's normal. You just be patient and eventually it will go through. So, yeah, so that's how you sign up someone to be how you create a custodian account. It's just like signing up a new member, except you just do it in a particular way because that is going to be under your name. Okay, so that was that part of our Zoom tonight. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen and then I'm going to ask if anybody wants to, if you have any questions. It can be about anything. We've got about 6 minutes left. It can be about mindset, it can be about the back office, it can be about TikTok. You can feel free to unmute yourself and ask any questions. We've got enough people here to be able to answer them if I can't. So I'll just give a few seconds while I unshare and allow you guys to do that. You can unshare now.
I have a question to put out there. Kia ora, everyone. I'm Ari. Not feeling too good at the moment, but I will always be on a call. This is where I want to be. I just wanted to ask anyone, how are your TikToks going since applying, obviously, the advice in the TikTok videos? How has it been for anyone? Have you seen growth? Have you seen conversion? Have you seen views go up? Or what have you learned? If anyone would like to share.
Cool. Everyone's having a good old time over on TikTok. Awesome.
I know I've seen someone's personally come through that have been shared with me, so that's good to know. It's another way to market, hey. And just remember, be you. Your people will find you. It's more consistency than anything. So this one's going to Mum. Mum, Helen, Poe 22. For you being 66, obviously you are approaching, well, you're already retired, but you can't not work because you've got to pay bills and rent and all of that. Do you know how to unmute?
She'll figure it out. She'll get there.
There's 3 little dots, Mum, on the side. Oh, there we go. So I'll ask my question. For someone who's obviously wants to retire, has no choice but to work at your age, what would be your advice to someone who's looking at this in the training, who's around your age, who maybe not even able to work, but they are your age? What would you say to them to encourage them?
I would say do what you have to do. I mean, as I am approaching retirement, I know that what I get on my benefit will not be enough to even cover my rent. So we have to do something different. And this is an opportunity that allows you to build at your pace, and break those mindsets that you may have where, things like, oh my gosh, I'm too old to do this. We're not. We've worked most of our lives, and retirement is not always a space we want to go to, especially when you've been working your whole life. So working different is something that we can train to do together. I would love to get maybe 10 retirees and we just work together, sharing and building one another up. That would be my ultimate dream with this business. But definitely just get out there and do it, because nobody else is going to do it for us. So this is our way to make a living beyond our retirement, or beyond 70 anyway. And I'm one of those who loves working. I just got to, when I hit 70, switch hats and do it a different way. By that time, I should be well and truly able to support myself. That's the hope anyway.
Awesome. So good. Ari, did you want to say any final words before I close us off tonight?
No, nothing, but just keep doing what you're doing, everyone. Even if you're watching this in the training, every small step is movement, it's growth. Whether it be in your mindset, just in your own confidence, showing up online, learning a new skill, learning the back office, learning how to send a link. Like all of those things are all new to a lot of us when we first get into this business. But just remember, growth, that's all we care about. You're only uncomfortable until it becomes comfortable, and it becomes repetition, and then you duplicate that and your team follow you and they do the same thing. So keep doing what you're doing. If not, do it more if you've got energy or time, because we're all so excited here that we just don't want burnout. That's the one thing you don't want, is the burnout. So pull back when you need, take some days off online. Your mental health is everything, and you need that for your whānau, for you and your whānau. So those are my words. Yeah.
Beautiful. Awesome. Well, thanks everyone. I just want to thank everyone for making the time to come at 7 o'clock and just be with us from 7 to 7:30, 5 to 5:30 Australian time as well. We really appreciate you guys taking the time out. We're really passionate about seeing all of us grow. And for me, Ari, and my mum, this is what we do. We do this outside. We do this in our jobs. So coming onto this type of platform in this business, it's just, yeah, it flows naturally for us. So thank you so much. Thank you, Andre, for being here. He's our wonderful, awesome upline. Just want to acknowledge you, brother. Thank you so much. And to all our new people that are also on here for the first time. So we're going to be doing this every Wednesday, different topics, and we'll also try and, as much as we can, have different people. So as our team grows and people get confident, we want to bring new people on here. So it's not just us you're seeing, but our team and their personal development. So everyone have a beautiful evening. Again, reach out to Ari or myself if you have any questions, and Andre. We're always here to help support you guys on your journey. So keep doing what you're doing, and we'll check in with you again next week on Wednesday, same time. Thank you, whānau.
Kia ora, ka kite.
Ka kite.